Bet one, bet 'em all. This is Ron calling. I'm your host, C. Rich. We're going to do a TUF 21 finale predictions and betting. First of all, I don't care about this card, as many of you don't, because of UFC 189 and Frank Mir, Todd Duffy on Wednesday. But we're going to kick the fight card off with the main event, going with Stephen Wonderboy Thompson and Jake Ellenberger. Thompson's at a minus 225. Actually, the only thing that Ellenberger has is his takedowns, and I would hope that Thompson has capitalized on his takedown defense because he sucks at it. Sitting at minus 225, with this being a 5-round fight, I actually do not see bad value on Thompson in the distance. Ellenberger, he's getting past his prime. Thompson's rising. I think he's going to strike the hell out of him and more than likely get a TKO on Jake Ellenberger. Thompson for the win. Then we're going to go to the co-main event. George Masvidal and Cesar Ferreira. There's a couple little factors in this one, actually. Masvidal, he's really good at not getting hit. Cesar Ferreira, he's actually good at getting hit. Stats show you he pretty much absorbs as many hits as he dishes out. He does do the power, he is a power fighter. If you want to say, isn't he like Vitor Belfort's prodigy, even though he got knocked out with one punch against Sam Alvey? But he looked amazing the first 2 minutes. But Alvey didn't throw a single punch. And then when he did throw that first punch, Ferreira got knocked the hell out. And this is the first time he's not going to have to cut weight, which is convenient for him. But I think Masvidal is just a little too high of a step right now for him to receive a victory. So I'm going with Jorge Masvidal for the win. I almost want to do an in the distance, but I'm not sure. I think he's a little hungry since he got robbed on that last split decision against Ally Quintet, who's not fighting on this because he got hurt. Next we got Michelle Watterson and Angela Magana. Watterson sitting at a minus 600 for her debut. I understand she is really good, but I will not put 6-1 odds on a woman who has not proven herself. That is not Ronda Rousey, Chris Cyborg, or Joanna Jastrushik. And for that sole factor, I'm picking Watterson, but I'm not betting it. I almost wonder what the in the distance play is going to be, because I do think she will get a finish, but I don't know. They're 115. Next we got Russell Doan and Jared Sanders. Doan's actually sitting at a minus 400. I don't know if I agree with that betting line. Honestly, it's a little high for my likings if I was going to do a straight play on him. He is very capable of taking people down, submitting them, maybe even ground and pounding. Yeah, he's got a pretty easy test in a debut fighter. So that kind of worries me a little bit because, the other guy does have kind of, a good-looking record. However, the opposition of opponent that he has fought is down the gutter. For that sole purpose, I'd pick Russell Doan for the win, but I'm not betting him straight up. And I don't know if I'll be even doing it in the distance play. I'm not too sure. Next, we got Daryl Montague and Willie Gates. Montague sitting at a minus 135, Gates at a plus 105. One of the things that I always remember is Gates' cheap shot against John Moraga in his debut. He kicked him in the nuts. He knew he kicked him in the nuts, and yet he decided when Moraga thought that the judge or the ref said you could get your break, he came and donkey punched him in the back of the head like a little... Yeah. Gates has stand-up. The only thing that worries me is his takedowns and what he can do on the ground. This one is probably more of a toss-up, but just the sole factor that I hate Willie Gates for doing that, and because he is a total douchebag for donkey punching John Moraga in the back of the head when he thought that he knew that he nut-kicked him. I don't like that. I'm picking against him. Minus 135, not too bad. I'm going to look into Montague a lot more. The chances are I probably won't be betting this one. But I don't like Willie Gates at as a person. Montague for the win. Next we have Maximo Blanco and Mike Delatorre. This fight actually I think needs to be higher on the fight card because these are two really good guys. Blanco is either going to, more than likely, knock you the hell out in the first round. Delatorre, he actually has one of these up here as a fight IQ. He does. This fight, I think, is a little harder to choose. I think it will be a little difficult for Blanco to finish him. I'm not sure. And Delatorre, you know, he can definitely implement his other skill sets over Blanco's aggressiveness. It's interesting. Blanco sitting at a minus 150. Until I do further research, I'm going to be waiting for the end of the distance play on Blanco just because he is a finisher type of guy. If I can get a plus 200, I'll throw some money on that. Anything, if it's like a plus 120, 130, I think I'm going to stay away from this one for sure. But I'm going to take Blanco for the win by knockout. Not too positive. Then we got Caio Magahalis and my boy Josh Salmon. This could be a biased pick. We got Magahalis sitting at minus 150. Josh Salmon sitting at a plus 120. Salmon coming off a knockout of the year over Eddie Gordon last time. He was getting dominated until the second round, until he got up. And it wasn't really a dominated. It was he was getting taken down and he just couldn't get up. So the one factor in this is always Josh Salmon's takedown defense. He is a wrestler. He does have good wrestling skills. When it boils down to it, I'm taking my dog. I'm taking the underdog and my boy Josh Salmon once again for the win. And I can't, I really am wondering to see what the end of the distance play is. Because I honestly do believe if you are going to play Josh Salmon in this position, even though he's at a plus 120, I legitimately do not think it will go to a decision. If he gets your back, I mean, the guy's got the salmon, the salmon smash where he double donkey punches you on the ground. Sometimes it's not effective and it's kind of retarded looking. But sometimes when you actually see him land it, one donkey punch takes him out. But I am firmly going with Josh Salmon for the win with my love and my heart. Then we're going to go to the opening fight, which is Dan Miller and Trevor Hot Sauce Smith. I don't think this fight's going to be very exciting. Dan Miller sitting at a minus 135, Hot Sauce at a plus 105. Oh, the only thing that comes to mind is if I am going to bet on Trevor Hot Sauce Smith, that it is going to be a in the distance or a submission if you are available to that prop play. Seems like that's how he wins. More than likely. I don't really see this one going to a decision. Hot Sauce has horrible cardio. Horrible. Horrible. His game plan is to take you down and submit you. This one is legitimately a hard fight. Okay. You know, I've been bouncing back and forth. Smith is at like a 12-6. Dan Miller's sitting at a 14-7. They're both submission guys, and that's the thing. They both are ground fighters, and when I have to break it down and think about it, Trevor Smith's cardio is horrible. And if this does get into the late second round or third round, Hot Sauce is not going to have much to show. And I am taking Dan Miller for the win. Hey, thanks guys for watching. This is my early predictions. I have not researched this card very much, and I am not very fond on any of the bets or anything that has placed yet. I don't have any locked in, actually. Please don't forget to check out my UFC 189 video, along with the Carver's Forum page that I have all my bets posted. And please feel more than welcome to follow. Don't forget to like the little like button down there at the bottom of the page. Always feel more than welcome to subscribe to the channel. And until next time, I'm C. Rich. Don't blow your bankrolls, and always have fun.